All right, so whether you're just getting started in the home buying process or you've been at this for several weeks or even months, you are probably going to or have heard the term contingency thrown out a lot. In the state of California and in most states, contingencies are a really big part of the real estate transaction. But a lot of the times, it's kind of tough to know what exactly is meant by a contingency or your contingency period, or that the house is contingent. All of these terms get thrown out. So simply stated, a contingency you can think of as your escape hatch, right? For you as a buyer, you have certain points in the contract, these contingency periods, where you have to perform certain actions. And if during that time period, certain things happen, and I'll go into detail on what those things are, if certain things happen, you have the right to cancel and get your deposit back. So that's the important thing. Contingencies allow you to back out of the contract, to cancel and get your deposit back. Okay, so there's lots of contingencies out there. The big three that you're usually going to encounter are loan, appraisal, and inspection. Depending on your county, depending on your local geographic region, you might waive some of those, meaning you choose not to have that escape hatch in your contract, or you might have all of them in place. And that's really a conversation you should be having with your realtor to figure out what the strategic decision should be for the properties that you're going after. So for example, the inspection contingency, that's a really big one. That's 5 days or 10 days or 14 days or whatever you and your realtor agree is the best strategic amount of time. During that period, you're allowed to inspect the house, bring friends and family out, go out for a second opinion, take a look at it at night, verify the school districts, whatever you need to do, and make sure that you're comfortable with that house. If during that time period you decide to cancel, you can cancel and get your deposit back. So the contingency gives you the ability to walk away from the deal and get your deposit back. After the contingency period, if you've removed that contingency, if you've signed a piece of paper saying we are removing our inspection contingency, or we're removing our appraisal contingency, then after that time, your ability to cancel and get your deposit back is much more limited. There's a couple other videos that go into deep detail on each of these contingencies, and if you have questions on this, of course, ask your realtor.